Schedule a free design consultation, and the more you buy, the more you'll save on blinds, shades, shutters, and more from Budget Blinds. Visit budgetblinds.com today.
Good evening. We begin tonight in Wainwright, where a man is in hospital with multiple stab wounds after he was a victim of a violent home invasion. RCMP say on January 15th, 3 men broke into a home in Wainwright, stabbed the 29-year-old owner, and stole the property from inside the house. The 3 men then fled the scene in the owner's truck. The victim was taken to hospital with non-life-threatening injuries. Police say the suspects were seen driving a black late-model Pontiac Grand Prix. They're asking any witnesses to call the Wainwright RCMP with any information at 780-842-4463 or Crime Stoppers. RCMP are hoping to confirm the safety of a woman who was reported missing from North Battleford last month. 28-year-old Felicia Wisikis had last had a sporadic contact with family, telling him she is in Calgary for work and is not returning. She called the Battleford RCMP office advising that she is safe. When officers asked her to physically visit a station to confirm, she did not. Wisikis was last seen by family members on December 15th when she left her kids with a family member before she apparently left North Battleford for Calgary. If you have any information on her whereabouts, you're asked to call Battleford's RCMP at 306-446-1720 or Crime Stoppers. According to Alberta Health Services, about 18% of Albertans smoke. The number has decreased significantly over the past 15 years, largely due to anti-tobacco laws and ad campaigns. This week is National Non-Smoking Week, but how is all this negative attention affecting smokers? Jeremy Thompson reports.
Phil Ferguson has been smoking cigarettes since he was 14 years old. He says with all of the new laws in effect, it's changed the way he lights up.
I'll look around, is there anybody that I think could be offended? You know, kids, if there's kids around in a confined area, I won't smoke, so I'm a lot more cautious as to when I'm smoking.
Ferguson, like most smokers, has tried countless times to quit. He supports the anti-smoking campaign, but says recently some people have forgotten there's a person behind the cigarette.
The odd fanatic will come along and say, do you know what you're doing to your body and things like that? Yeah, I don't really pay much heed to it, I guess.
Smoking, as well as other methods of using tobacco, have a long list of health risks, including lung cancer, heart disease, and even stroke. Smokers are aware of this, but local physician Dr. Raf Saeed says it's their addiction to nicotine that's the problem.
It is a disease. We now know that addiction is a disease. And so, yes, we need to help them with their addiction because it has serious health implications, but we just can't condemn them.
Statistics Canada does an annual survey on smoking rates and found that since 1999, there's been an 8% decrease in smokers.
As always, you know, minorities get picked on in any society. And I think it's quite possible that some smokers feel that they are personally being discriminated against.
More anti-smoking laws are constantly being proposed. Recently, Alberta passed a bill banning the sale of flavored tobacco.
By and large, laws are good, but laws only to a point. You have to go with some education, you have to go with some compassion.
If they get it in their head in the early years that it's something I shouldn't do, it's bad for my health, you know, perhaps it's a good thing.
Jeremy Thompson, Newcap News.
Well, people will be able to rock out while raising money for breast cancer at the end of February. The 6th annual Rock for a Cure is pulling out all the stops, donating proceeds to the Alberta Cancer Foundation and featuring its biggest headliner yet.
Our community is second to none, I think.
Brandy Schwenk is the co-founder of I Love Alberta Boobs, the fundraising group that brings a rock show to town. This year, Brett Michaels of Poison will take the stage. With tickets almost sold out, they expect 700 people, the largest number to date.
This is the biggest headliner we've had, which is funny because I remember hiring Default a few years ago thinking, wow, how am I going to top that? But I figured out.
Through this event, Brandy honors her I Love Alberta Boobs co-founder, Rebecca Morledge.
She's had her ups and downs since then, and she's in a down right now, so we're praying for her right now. But she's basically my main reason for doing this and continuing to do this.
Brett Michaels is the first American band that Rocks for a Cure has invited, and they are expecting to top last year's funds, which were close to $20,000.